What is convenience actually costing you? I'd like you to have a think about your day yesterday. How many times do you think you went towards the easiest option, the most convenient version, as opposed to leaning into the harder, slightly more challenging version? Now, this could look like getting takeaway instead of cooking a healthy dinner. It could even look like scrolling on your phone when you needed to make a pretty important phone call, or even one that I see quite common in my clinic. How about saying conveniently to everyone all the time that, yeah, I'm fine, when you're actually really not? This is convenience masked in so many different ways. And today I'm going to talk to you about something specific that I believe is personally showing up for a lot of people and causing us to waste our time and stop us actually in our own evolution. It's called the convenience slip. Now, convenience itself is not a problem. So let me be really clear. If convenience is giving you back time, money, space to do things that really, really matter in your world, perfect. It's a tool, and that's exactly what we should be using convenience for. However, what I'm seeing is the problem being the slip. So if you think of convenience on a spectrum, and I call it the convenience lifestyle because that's where we've ended up nowadays, if we're moving to a space where we are not able to work out whether the next convenient decision we make is either buying us that time, that benefit that's going to go to bringing us more joy versus escapism and creating distance, then that's the problem. That's the slip that I want to talk to you about today. Now, the slip shows up in many different areas. Just as a couple of examples, how about the decision to have a very difficult conversation with your loved one, your partner, and you decide to do it via text as opposed to having a personal one-on-one conversation with them? Now, as somebody who specializes in communication and body language, I know firsthand that something as important as a difficult conversation needs to be done face to face. We are connected human beings. That is the way that we need to be connecting to everything in our world. What about another one? You get home from a very busy day, it's been a really stressful day, and you're absolutely exhausted, but you prioritize scrolling or watching your favorite TV program over actually getting the rest and recovery that you need and deserve. You've spent so long telling yourself, well, it's been a hard day, I deserve that glass of wine. No, you don't. What you really truly deserve is to nurture yourself in a way you've probably not done for a long time, and to just shut off from the world in a healthy way and actually get recovery from your nervous system. Wine and scrolling will not do that. What about, this is one I like to see, I not like to see, I have seen a lot, especially over, I think when the younger people are starting to come through my office now, because I do get a lot of 20-year-olds, quite successful 20-year-olds coming through, and they don't know how to make a decision. They advocate their power out to other people by asking every single person and then some on a chat, at classes, whether they're in the office, high-powered executives asking their entire board 27 times over for an opinion. And you know what? After the fourth opinion, when they all come up the same, what I'm starting to learn from you is that you do not trust your intuition. You do not feel safe and confident in your own ability to listen internally. It's convenient to give the responsibility for the decision to others because you asked everyone for their opinion. And, we mask it as, well, it's research. And that's okay for one or two opinions. But if you haven't listened to your own intuition first, there's the convenient slip showing up again in different clothing. Now, human beings are wired for growth. So this is where it becomes quite a problem for me. When I start to see all these convenient slips starting to come in and masking themselves as helping us when they're not, great example, I was in the car the other day with my beautiful 15-year-old daughter who's really being quite heavily stressed and overwhelmed by where she's at right now. We're heading towards the end of the year and the teachers are getting quite heavy with making these big life decisions about, what subjects are you going to study, because that will determine your university career and then your life and beyond. What a load of rubbish. But she's also got, a career already in soccer refereeing at the senior level, so that's quite stressful for her. But she also wants to play soccer for herself. Sorry, football for all the fans out there that have just jumped on me. But what I'm actually learning from her is she sat in the car the other day and she said to me, Mum, We've got all these convenient things we bring into our world, and they're lying to us. They're actually trying to make us believe that we've got more time, but the time that we do get, we just fill with more crap. Yes, that was her words. And I stopped and you are so smart because you are 100% right. Unless the convenience is helping us bring in more space for joy, for the soul connection that we need with other people and ourselves, then that's the convenience slip showing up again. Now, as I said, we are human beings wired for growth and connection. And when we find ourselves in this busy, busy state where we're cramming more and more in, there's no chance that our nervous system's got any space whatsoever to slow down and help us grow, whether that be physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, grow and evolve. And unfortunately, I see a lot of people hide behind the label of self-care for things such as, oh, well, I came home and I grabbed myself a glass of wine, I sat on the couch and I watched my programs. That is not self-care. That's escapism. And if you find yourself struggling with the idea, well, what is going to be good convenience, Tania, and what's not? Well, it's a very simple test. I really want you to ask yourself, is this thing that you're doing, this convenience that you're doing, is this buying me joy? Or is it helping me to escape? Is it getting me focused on things that are going to help my evolution? Or is it pushing me further away from the things I really need to deal with? Now, obviously, in a clinical sense, I see this all the time with people. The avoidance, whether it ends up being addictions, lying, gosh, you name it. It comes in so many different ways. Indecisions constantly from people. People have forgotten how to trust themselves. And the more we lean on the convenience that is actually helping the escapism, the less we trust our own soul and our own growth and our own path. We've got to do something about this. Personally, I think as a society, we have to back each other. Instead of giving somebody the opinion, ask them, well, what do you think first? Help them to express themselves. And let's get rid of the convenience slip in our lives. Now, we all deserve a night of, if you drink wine, great, go and have a wine, but do it with people you love in a joyful way. And don't think of it as a reward because you feel as though you've been punished during the day. I think for the focus here on the convenience, for me, is summed up in one word. Is it bringing you the joy that you ultimately deserve? My name's Tania Davies. I'm the Consciousness Change Agent. I'd love for you to like or follow and subscribe me. You can find some of my free resources as well on my website, www.taniadavies.com, where you'll find things such as my slowdown meditation and also the strategic slowdown free checklist.